Horror Planet, where horror memories live. Dread Central, where horror stories are. Vote 1. Jake had always loved the sea, and he spent most of his free time out on the water. He had just purchased a new boat, and he couldn't wait to take it out for its maiden voyage. He decided to go on a solo trip, hoping to get some peace and quiet and escape from the stress of everyday life. But as he sailed out into the open water, he realized that something was wrong. The wind had picked up, and the waves were getting higher and rougher. Jake tried to turn the boat around, but it was too late. A storm was brewing, and it was headed straight for him. As the storm hit, Jake was tossed around violently, and he struggled to keep the boat afloat. He tried to radio for help, but the signal was weak, and he couldn't get through. As the night wore on, the storm grew worse. The boat was taking on water, and Jake knew that he was in danger. He huddled in the cabin, praying that the storm would pass. But then, something strange began to happen. The boat started to move on its own, as if someone or something was controlling it. Jake tried to steer the boat back to safety, but the wheel wouldn't budge. As he looked around, Jake realized that he was not alone on the boat. There was someone or something else there with him. He could feel its presence, a cold and malevolent force that seemed to be everywhere at once. Jake tried to run, but he was trapped. The boat had become a prison, and he was at the mercy of whatever was controlling it. The night seemed to stretch on forever, as the storm raged and the boat was tossed around like a toy. Jake could hear strange noises coming from all around him, whispers and moans that seemed to be coming from the very depths of the sea. Finally, as dawn broke, the storm began to subside. Jake stumbled out of the cabin, hoping to catch sight of land. But what he saw instead made him wish he had never survived the storm. The boat was covered in strange symbols and sigils, and there was a figure standing at the bow, watching him with cold, dead eyes. It was the captain of a long-lost ship, lost to the sea many years ago, and now it had found a new home on Jake's boat. Jake tried to scream, but his voice was lost in the wind. The captain had claimed him as his own, and he was now doomed to sail the seas forever, a prisoner on his own boat. Horror Planet, where horror memories live. Dread Central, where horror stories are. HorrorPlanet13pages@gmail.com. HorrorPlanet@googlegroups.com. https://sites.google.com/view/horrorplanet. By Aksharitoma. Aksharitoma87@gmail.com. Aksharitoma@googlegroups.com. https://sites.google.com/view/aksharitoma.